Hey, cellos. So we are working on the note reading pattern, and our learning target for this section is to understand that the finger pattern changes as you play a 2-octave scale. So in our directions, we have instructions to look at the key signature and notice any sharps and flats. So in our key signature, which is right here, it comes after your clef. Here's your clef. And here's your time signature is the 4/4. The key signature is that part in the middle. And we notice that we have no sharps or flats in our key signature. All right? So if there are no sharps or flats, that means they're all naturals. So I'm just going to make a note of that right there. Okay, the second thing that we have to do for our directions is to identify the 2 octaves of the scale. Okay, so we look at all these notes here. It's like, what the heck? Okay, so we have 2 octaves. The first octave is going to start with a C because that's the first note that we have, all right? So that's your open C. So we're going to go from C to the next C. Oops, I went way too far. Let's try that again. C to the next C. All right, that is 1 octave. And then you see there's a C here and then there's a C there, okay? Just so you know where we're starting. Then we're going to take, that'll be our second octave, from C up to that C. So there are our 2 octaves. All right, the next step, part number 3 in the directions, is to apply the key signature. If there are sharps, write a sharp on each of the notes that they apply to. We don't have sharps, but let me just show you. Well, you can see, look at that. Whoops. Oh, what? How come suddenly my pen isn't working? Oh, I must have pressed a button. I just got my new Apple Pencil. Okay, got it. So take a look at this one down here for the basses. All those sharps. Okay, your bass friends are going to have to figure out all those sharps. F sharp, C sharp, G sharp, and D sharp. We do not have that in your key that we're working on. So, okay, focus back on the cellos. Okay, right over here. Let me erase that stuff so it's not distracting to you. Oops, here's our scale. If there are no sharps, we're going to write reminder naturals, all right, on the notes that will be natural. So the naturals that we're usually concerned with at this point are F natural and C natural. So anytime we see an F or a C, we're going to make sure that we mark down that those are natural. Okay, so here we go. Let's start with C. Well, C, this should hopefully be obvious. That's your open C. So that's open. We don't have to even mark that that's natural. We get it. Okay, so C, D, E, F. This F will be natural. So we're going to make a natural sign. Of course, you need to do it after the letter, but then you have to do it before the note because the note, you have to know that you're going to play a natural before you play the note. Okay, so that's just our reminder natural. C, D, E, F. Now we go up to the next string. G, A, B. Here's our C. So this also will be a C natural, which if you think about it, makes sense because this is G string 4th finger. All right, yeah, C. We call it C. It's C natural. Okay. All right, now let's start with our second octave. Here's where it's going to be something that it's important for us to know that we have to play with naturals. So when we start with this C right here, we go C, D, E, F. Okay, this is an F natural because there are no sharps or flats in our key signature. So let's write a reminder that this is an F natural. There's our natural sign. It affects this note. That is going to make an effect on your finger pattern. Alrighty? So let's keep going with what we're doing. We're putting in our reminder naturals. C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. It can't possibly be a C sharp. It has to be a C natural. So C natural. Natural goes before the note. All right, so that's a C natural, just so you know. Okay, So now we wrote in all of our reminder naturals. Good to go. All right, next thing will be the finger pattern.